Well, hello, this is Jurgita with Magic Pine Crafts. Today is May 1st, and if you watch my previous part of StitchMaynia plans, that you know that I'm gonna be doing like about hopefully 11 different projects. And as usual, in beginning of month, I try to work on my monthly must for my list whip, and it's a spoiled child pattern by Astra. And right now I have actually exactly 26.26% done. I'm stitching it on 18 count Ada and using DMC threads, 2/1 full stitch. Pattern is 450 by 514, and what it's gonna be in the next is just the part of the like commode in here, and just gonna be filling in. And my plan is to hopefully I could get to 4,000 stitches before I switch my whips, and we'll see how well it works. I need to do about almost 3,800 stitches each month, but I roughly rounded up to 4,000. So we'll see how much I can do, because it's Maynia, and this is not my Maynia project, but it just got into May. So this is where I'm starting, and this is what it looks like. So what's left in here in the row is for May and June, so about half at least I want to do, and we'll see how it turns out. And here is halfway point to my stitching, what I was planning to do in this month. So you can see I finished up the part of the furniture here, and already started in the second part, and there's gonna be a little bit more left to do in this row. But this area, guys, is where the top of the hat is. So I already stitched some, and you already can see where my parked threads are, those red ones. So they're pointing in here. So I already started this. So it's something totally different in color choices versus all that brown stuff in green and all those other colors. So I love this feature on the Saga, that you can see where you're working on, so you can kind of tell what in this neonish pink color is what I've stitched already, and this is what the area I've marked as like around 2,000 stitches. So I'm kind of working in this area, so something different, yay. And we'll see how it looks when it's all done. Right now it's just you can kind of tell the area. So that's what I wanted to show you, and I'm gonna be continuing stitching. And here we are, the total not fully 4,000, it's like a 50 crosses short. So I've done the monthly part that I needed to do, and as you see, I did touch a little bit of the top of her headgear, so to speak, and the majority then it was just wood panel parts of the door. And what's left for June is going to be something like a doorknob in here, which should be just starting somewhere in that part. So there was something at least popping out that was different than this color palette, and I'm very happy how it looks so far. And after June I can start the brand new row. So this is what the whole thing is looking like right now. Like two different parts. It's like a grayish greenish part and brownish kind of part. So we're gonna see some more darker colors coming out this part, not only like a brown. So that will make us some difference. And then after June we're gonna start a brand new row, and the lady's face should be also popping in here, maybe not the whole, but at least a part of it. So that's gonna be very exciting, and we'll see how that looks like. I kind of wanted to continue stitching on this, but then I thought all my other beautiful whips also gonna wanna be touched, and I'm missing them too. So I decided to just stop here. And for June I already left just what, about the 3,000 stitches here should be. so that's less than what's my typical, so that's good. I'm a little bit ahead of time, and we'll see, maybe I'll even burst in the next row next month, we'll see. So anyway, this is where I'm leaving my spoiled child, and so far I'm loving it. Like I said, the biggest thing I think everybody is waiting for is the faces of the child and the lady. So what I decided to go with next is my round robin piece, and it's the Lizzie Kate's Frightful Mystery Sampler, and I have just a small part to continue below in here, and it's going to be stitched with suggested Weeks Dye Works threads. So this is what it looks like right now, and I'm gonna be grabbing it, and I don't know if I'm gonna just sit purely and stitch on that until it's done, or I'm gonna do sort of like a little bit daily thing, like a relaxation. We'll see, but at least I'm gonna be starting this, and we'll see how it looks like next. Well, here we are a few days later. Slow stitching happening because of the dark fabric, so I was not trying to rush it. And plus, like I said, you know, every little thing, like it has to start and finish, like those dots in the middle of the whatever this is, like a snowflake thing. So this whole area is done, and it made almost like 900 stitches. So it's all done. Like, I can't tell much of the variation in the pumpkin, for example, or that lime green color in here in the Weeks Dye Works. So they could probably easy way would be to replace with the DMC, or just go with something more variegated if you wanted. So anyway, this is done, and then I've decided I probably should work again on something bigger. So I was planning to do this Chimeras town drawings, and it's a London scene, and this is what we have so far up to now, and it's not a lot. It's pretty much the end of the building. You can see the sky is starting off like right here, so that's like a one floor full floor done. So unless I move it out of the Q snaps, I might continue below possibly, which would make just like a this other floor to add up, or if I'll get it on a frame, then I can continue to the right. So I don't know which one I'm gonna choose, but I've been working on putting new frames together, and we'll see which way I decide to go. And anyway, this is gonna be stitched on let's see, on the 16 count antique white Ada, 350 by 234, and it has 51 symbols, out of which only 3 are blends, so that's not too bad. So this is where I'm starting, and you'll see soon how it's made with some progress. And here it is, good 1500 stitches in, and we already have a lighted window in the building, and kind of stops right there past the window. So I've done more than my portion what I wanted to do, and I just literally like seconds ago put on my brand new frame. I haven't finished tightening up the edges right here, but it's all done. So I took it off the Q snaps and put it in, and this is how long actually it's gonna be, the whole thing. So it's not very small, like you can see distance right here, and that's like what, 100 stitches in on this fabric, 16 count. So this can be put aside, because I, like I said, did more than that, and I've decided to pull out and start working on my last plan for this year, letter from Brooks Books, and it's gonna be letter L. And I also moved this on the new frame, so I can use that one too. And just wanted to show you that because I have like a beads on this, I'm rolling this in like outside versus this bottom on the inside. So right now this is protecting unstitched portion, and this is going to be rolling in to help bead support versus squishing them inside itself. So I'm gonna start letter L. I just pulled out all the threads, and that's gonna go in here, and that was my last planned stitch for 2022. And we'll see how much I can make. Maximum I should be stitching this month is 2 days, so we'll see how that goes, and we'll come back with the results. Well, 2 days later and my whole letter is done. So it's kind of even harder to see, but there's a tiny blue beads in here that goes, you can kind of see the shininess goes on letter L, but that's all done. It needed two types of beads, like a regular and petite, and there's just some colors mixed in. So it was not fully 900 stitches in total. There's no back stitching, nothing done, just full stitches and beads. So that does look pretty lacy, and it's all ready to be set aside until the next time. So now I've decided to pick something else today, and that's gonna be my Peonies by Dimensions kit. So I've been stitching on this at the end of April. So just again gonna continue with this flower here and greenery this way, and slowly gonna go in and then maybe add more back stitching. Not sure about that, but I'm hoping to spend a few days on this, and you'll see progress then. And it's Thursday right now, and wow, what the weather we're having. Actually, there was a little bit of a hail falling down too. So my sinus has been acting up past few days, so I didn't even get a chance to stitch yesterday, but I've decided today I might as well switch my works. So let's see what I've done and what I'm planning to do. So my coral peonies didn't get much, what is just over 700 stitches that I've done. So just been filling in this big giant main flower in here, and started to do a little bit of the back stitching, which is you can't even see in here on the greenery. So that's where I'm gonna leave this again for the next time, and I've decided to pull out something that hasn't been worked on in very long time, and due to my plans I wanna get on with it, and that's gonna be my Semiramis Gardens, or the eighth wonder of the world. And this is what it could look like, unless I guess I changed the color choices. And I've had just a very tiny start done in very beginning, and it's again on this canvas fabric, very stiff. And what I've done so far is just the satin stitches in here, and it's very middle, like this kind of stuff. So we'll see how I can improve the looks, because it definitely needs to be worked on. So let's work on that, I guess, for a few days, and then we'll see the result. And after stitching for a few days, just a little bit, I got this one. So as you see, let me show you with the pencil perhaps. I've improved more. It was just the two little parts done before, so I finished up the satin stitches, and then got a little bit more into this, and even started putting beads. I just used the regular same thread that I was using nearby stitches, so it's not with the invisible thread at all attached. And I couldn't figure out in the pattern, PDF pattern doesn't show like what patterns, what stitches exactly, specialty stitches there are. And after digging through my emails, I had a conversation with the designer before, and it seems like her Etsy page and even Facebook pages are gone. So luckily she sent me some like a drawings how she did some of the stitches in this pattern, but I did not find that or email, because it was in 2016 in time to stitch correctly. So I made some mistakes, but I think if you don't know, you wouldn't know. Like this middle part, I was trying to find from PDF pattern how it would make it, but What do you think, guys? Would it look okay like this, or I should redo that? I'm not sure about that. And these slight twists I did not do fully correctly how she was recommending it, but it's all uniform, so I think I might leave those how it is. It's just I was not sure about this big like a what's that, rouge, not rouge, color, rusty color thread. And surprisingly, unless I'm mistaking something totally different by Karen, like these, like surrounding the yellow satin stitches, in the picture it was different color, like let's see, you see in the picture it's more pinkish color in here, and I got more into blue, but since I like the blue color, it does not make a big difference, to a huge difference to me. But I thought I got correct number in that, unless the brand in like white flowers, it was marked I think WL or WF. But anyway, I think it still looks okay unless you guys think otherwise. So I calculated, I did not reach 500 stitches total, but like excess total, but that's fine. And it brought back again my love, enjoyment stitching specialty stitches, though it took a much longer time because I was trying to figure out how to do all the stitches from just PDF looking thing. But I think it went all okay. So the next time I'll know how to do some of those other stitches, harder ones especially. So I think I'm gonna leave that as it is. And the next I want to start today is my dragon, would be my brand new start, and it's a tea dragon. The size should be about 8.75 by 10.31, and stitch count is 140 by 165 so of the pattern. And I'm going to be using again black fabric, and it's all ready to go. And count wise, it's again gonna be lots and lots of back stitching to do and stuff. So in total, if you calculate, my saga could calculate about 18,027 stitches, and it includes like 20 French knots, some half stitches, quarter stitches, like over 7,000 back stitching. So you can see a lot of that back stitching is going to be everything, outlining, and the steam coming out of the cup. So we'll see how it looks on the black fabric, and how many stitches I can put in the next 3 days. And after 3 days of stitching, this is what we have. I was stitching upside down, starting from the bottom portion, and as you can see, you can kind of tell already the shape, like here, all those spiky parts of this little dragon coming out. So I did only just over 1,200 stitches so far, and I was just concentrating on doing the, I don't know, is it sun or a moon in here in the background. So just was going around, and I think that's where I'm gonna leave it this time. At least I've started, and it's black fabric, so it takes me much slower to stitch. Make sure I don't like a skip or be short of one thread over, because I'm doing over two. So this is what I'm gonna leave, and next I'm gonna pick something that not started in Maynia, but I want to continue, and it's another small count. So let's see what it is, if you guys haven't guessed yet. And that is Adam and Eve Sampler by Shakespeare's Peddler, and it's on the 40 count, which is close to 42, dyed fabric. And this is where I'm going to be starting. So as you can see, it's just the top portion corner, it's already in here. And then I think I'm just gonna continue filling in spots in here, like in this top, and just keep going to the right. And it's not gonna look a lot of the stitches done because it's so small, but it will be done for probably a couple days. So this is what you see right now, and I'm gonna start on this, and we'll see how much I can do. of course it's not a full coverage, so it's gonna take a while to start and end a few stitches here, few stitches there, so that takes time, as you know, if you stitch something that is samplery. So I'll meet you again in a few seconds to see how this looks with added stitching. And it's the end of May, so this is all that I've done actually. The whole month overall was not as fruitful in the stitches, especially the last few weeks, but as you can see, this piece I worked the most days. Actually there were few days that I did not put any stitches in May at all, but this of course goes a little bit slower because it's such a small count too, and I don't want to overtax my eyes for that. So I'm doing that slowly and just kept filling in. So this page is practically also done, and already I went into the second page area in here horizontally. So this is, oops, this is what it's supposed to look like, the whole picture. So you can see this middle part I already started, and this piece here, central area motif is here. So this is where I am right now, and I don't think I'm gonna leave it for very long. I want to continue stitching because it's already almost 3 years. In end of June it's gonna be 3 years since I started this, and out of the whole piece it's not that much done. So there's lots and lots more to do in stitching, so I cannot leave it for a very long. Maybe I'll see that in a few months. Also, I'm gonna be flying back home with my kids in mid-June practically, and gonna be gone from home for like 5 weeks. So half of the June, practically most of the July, is gonna be gone from my stitching. I'm hoping to take something to work on a plane, and while I'm resting there, and it's not going to be a lot of bunch of different whips. So June and July it's not going to be a lot of stitching, but I'm happy to be traveling, seeing my family members, and seeing sights, and hopefully weather will cooperate with me. But I'm gonna still do a June video at least until I take off, so you'll see that. But overall, month of May ends with my sampler, and I think it's only one project that I did not start that I wanted, because the coffee cappuccino I wanted to do on the fabric, and I did not buy fabric instead of stitching on perforated paper. So that's the, I think, only project that I did not fully worked on. So overall May is not that bad according to my plans, like at least what I wanted to touch up on. Of course, stitch wise it was not very fruitful, like I said, but it's not horrible either. So I guess that's it for a month of May, and I hope you enjoyed watching all of this these whips grow slowly bit by bit, and we'll see what happens in the month of June. And I'll be waiting for your comments. Don't forget to click like and subscribe if you haven't done so, and I'll talk to you later then.